Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. I hope you're doing well today. I've got a Belgian Blond to review for you this evening, and it's a beer from Chouffe, who I've never had a beer from before. I've never got round to drinking a Chouffe beer, and Belgian beer enthusiasts will be pulling their hair out at that thought. I'm not a massive Belgian beer fan, never have been. I appreciate the quality that goes into it. But it's just something about them. I think it's the sweetness. But I keep going back to them because every now and then, I enjoy one. I got one from the Chouffe, and I've got a special one from the Chouffe. This is their 40th anniversary Blond. So I'm assuming they're celebrating their 40th anniversary this year. So this is their Blond anniversary beer. It's coming in at 5.6, yeah, 5.6% ABV. So there are the famous gnomes from Chouffe Brewery, Belgian brewers. It doesn't say a great deal, at least I can read anyway, but it's their Blond anniversary beer. It's got water, barley malt, sugar, hops, spices and yeast in it. I heard that these guys are now owned by Duvel, or Duval, however you pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not, but I heard someone say that they're now owned by Duval, so they're no longer an independent Belgian brewer. If that's wrong, correct me in the comments below, please. But I got this one from Trembling Madness. I can't remember how much I paid for this now. I think it was $3.95 I paid for this bottle, for this beer. So, like I say, I've heard really good things about Chouffe and their beers, and I kind of imagined if they've done an anniversary beer, it's got to be good, right? So, we'll have a go. I'm going to put it in my Beer X snifter. We'll get this cap off, which is a plain gold cap. And as it's Belgian, it can't wait to get out. Got a bubble. I got a bubble. Let's get it into the glass. And as you'd expect from a Belgian beer, that is got developed a massive head on it. Apparently my glass isn't 100% clean. Give it a knock. Get that carbonation off the side of the glass. But yeah, it looks like a Belgian beer. Let's leave that there so we can see it. The Chouffe Gnomes. It looks like a Belgian beer, doesn't it? It's got that lovely hazy golden look to it. Massive head on it. We're talking 3 of my rather large fingers of a proper fluffy, foamy white head. Carbonation levels on it. I mean, I know the bubbles are rising up it. It doesn't look like a madman, does it? But it's got that distinctive Belgian beer look about it. Hazy as you like. Nice sort of blonde hazy gold colour to it. It looks good. It looks good. I'm going to give this bottle a wriggle. Am I getting any yeasty bits in the bottom of it? Right, oh yeah, there was a little bit. I went in there. That's just clouded up the beer a little bit more. You see that in there? So yeah, Chouffe 40th anniversary Blonde Ale. Let's get me snouting, see what the aroma is telling us. It smells very Belgian. And it smells very spicy. That's interesting. I know if my nose is playing tricks on me, but there is a touch of smoked malt about this aroma, which I wasn't expecting, and I don't think I'm supposed to be getting it, so my nose is messing me about. But on that first sniff, I was getting smoked malts. It's died down a bit now. It's died down a bit now, but it's very spicy. It's spicy, it's sweet. Slightly citrusy. But yeah, now it's died down a little bit. It hasn't got the craziest aroma on it. Let's get stuck in. Cheers, everyone. Well carbonated. Light on the body. It's herbal. It's spicy. It's yeasty. It has that traditional Belgian yeast that I'm not a fan of. I like the body, I like the drinkability of it, but it's the yeasty and slightly spicy aftertaste. And I've had it with a lot of other Belgian beers. I just find it really off-putting. Up front, there's a very delicate, sort of slightly honeyed, floral, sweet taste to it. And then as soon as you get that carbonation rush, it then becomes a yeasty, herbal, slightly spicy affair. If you're a fan of your Belgian beers, I would imagine this is right up your street. But for me, every time I drink a Belgian beer, I always sort of think to myself, there's no balance. It lacks balance. It lacks a proper drinking experience. It doesn't flow. I always feel like there's almost two beers in one with Belgian ales, particularly blondes. The finish to it is quite strong. It lingers. It's spicy. There's a bitterness to it. It's herbal. That floral, that sweet citrus that meets you has very much disappeared now. And you are left with like very much a spicy herbal finish. And this is something else I always say about Belgian beers. It's good. It's well brewed. And I can understand why people really, really like them. But they just don't agree with me. There's just something about them. I've never had a Belgian beer yet that's totally blown my mind and made me want to have another one. You know, I appreciate the quality. I appreciate the brewing quality that's gone into this. It's clear. It's there for everyone to, I mean, look at it. It's there for everyone to see. It's beautifully brewed. I love that floral, honeyed citrus flavour that greets you. It's really nice. The carbonation is really good. And then in comes this herbal, spicy. It's like a strong coriander. Like overly strong coriander that's gone into it. It's herbal, it's spicy, and the finish to it for me overpowers that subtle floral citrus sweetness that you got on arrival. And that for me, it just takes away from the quality of the beer. You lose that balance. And when you lose that balance, it's hard to know whether you're coming or going with a beer like this. At least for me, I can only speak for myself. It's lovely, floral, delicate, sweet on arrival, and then bang, you get this spicy herbal finish, which in general on its own isn't horrible, but it just doesn't go with the beginning. It doesn't blend. It's not balanced out. I just can't get on with them. I just cannot get on with them. But take nothing away from the quality. I mean, it's exceptional. It's exceptionally brewed. It's really well brewed. It's just not my cup of tea. It's just not my cup of tea. And it's really hard to score beers like this, but I know a lot of people really love their Belgian beers, and the Chouffe is one of those breweries that keeps coming up. And with them celebrating their 40th anniversary, I really wanted to give it a go. To summarise, it's good, but it's not for me. Yeah, I think that's fair. It's good, but it's not for me. And because of that, I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. If the finish and the beginning were in sync with one another a little bit more, if there was a bit more balance to it, a little bit more drinkability to it, you're looking at a world-class beer. But as it is, my palate just doesn't agree with it. But that's how it goes. You might absolutely love it, and I can totally understand if you do love it, because it's a very well-made beer. The Chouffe with their 40th anniversary blonde. It's a 5.5 for me. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Give it a thumbs up if you have. I do appreciate that. Until my next one, you take care.